And ladies and gents, we should be live. Wow. Woo!
It is scheduled for another hour.
Yeah, but that's Arizona time.
We're going live now.
We're going live now.
Actually.
Yes.
Are we officially live?
We are.
Oh, there it goes. Oh yeah, we're good.
Oh yeah.
Now let's make sure that our audio is good and lovely.
Good and lovely.
Check.
Yeah,
Check.
coming through.
Soiled it.
Audio is coming through beautifully.
Yippee!
Woo!
I'm spinning in my.
The ballerina.
All right, Lars, go sit down.
I'm getting. Well, everyone.
I can just disconnect you right now.
Don't do it. Don't do that.
Don't try to.
Welcome to the very chaotic and
Come
awesome.
on, get closer, Lars.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me, you can hear.
Oh, I know.
But
Oh.
but welcome everyone to the chaotic and fun 10-year anniversary for Camille's Harem.
Is that true?
Yeah, 10
I
years.
didn't know this was that.
10 years time.
Wow.
We're like so old.
We are.
A channel for novice authors by novice authors, because writing is adventure. It's way more fun with friends, and we've been on quite an adventure these past 10 years.
Like getting old.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I don't know what you guys are saying.
We don't have to talk about
Lars
that.
says it's the oldest.
I am the oldest.
We don't have to talk about that. We're not here for that.
Okay, so sorry, quickly
Oh, 5 years.
start down the last of Scott's amazing curry. Yum. All right.
Where's your hand?
You'll never find me. You'll
Get
never catch me alive. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh, what's in your hand? What are you
My
holding?
little puck.
So that's
Oh,
what the
because
kids
you
are
haven't
calling it these
chosen.
days.
You haven't chosen it.
So let's make sure they know who all's here right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So from the original generation, we have 3 Camille's Harem OG members.
We have Lars,
Woo!
the face of the harem.
The voice of the hair.
The voice
of the harem.
That's true. Lars is the voice. Camille is the face, and I'm the shadow master.
This shadow.
You're the tech.
Yeah, I'm Nate,
Cool
by
tech
the way. Camille is Jed Killer. No, Camille is being represented as Jed Killer in this game.
And I'm very bad.
I'm so bad.
So bad.
I'm just shy.
I'm not like the other girls.
And then then I'm here, Scott, and then Spencer.
Hello.
Spencer's awesome.
I almost said the token hire.
Oh.
I'm the DUI hire.
The
I'm the DE.
Wait, no, the DI.
DI.
Not DUI.
I'm the DUI hire.
You like start laughing before you even realize it.
Oh,
All right.
Good times. Good
Say
times.
something.
I don't
Live
know.
the DI.
On this stream,
DUI.
I and
Wait.
Lars here is
Scott,
Oh,
I'm playing
This
as
lesson
player
will
1. That's supposed to be Chin Chin Madu. If you know what that means, it's just funny, and I'm childish.
I don't get it.
Hello, I'm Omega. Great
I
to
might-
have you on board.
I might be wrong about this, but I think Chin Chin Maru is like wiener or something
No,
like that.
Wiener Sword.
Yeah.
Wiener sword. Yeah.
Oh.
Chin Chin's wiener.
Okay.
Yeah. But then Madu is like, because like I'm basing it off of the Konosuba anime where they name Kazuya's sword Chun Chun Madu. And I'm like, oh, that would be funny if it was Chin Chin Madu instead, and that's where the name originated.
Gotcha.
Because I am an immature child.
I feel so enlightened.
Obviously, me, I am Nate, and I am playing the person with the Nate on top.
What?
Pretty-
I thought that was Lars.
No. Oh, my messing around as Meta Knight
Oh my word.
absolutely backfired.
I'm just trying to live another day.
Fair enough. Aren't we all sweaty?
Yeah.
I have
Amen,
completely lost
alright.
where my character is. Up there.
Oh, no. Okay. This is going to be amazing to try to have intelligent conversations.
I know, right?
Like this. All right. So as I'm flying away, yeah, we wanted to have some good fun with all of us here.
I mean, we want to talk about some writing. But...
Yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about some writing, but yeah.
But we're kind of distracted.
Treat this as a bit of like a pseudo like Q&A. Ask us anything writing related.
Let's go.
No. My button mashing
I'll
came
put you
back.
back on.
It came back to haunt me.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Camille, I need to leave you alone. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, please. We need to have a secret agreement that no one else knows about and is listening.
wink.
Wink.
Wait, wink.
Wink.
Wink, wink,
Oh!
wink.
Oh! Ouch.
Oh!
That's what I get, I suppose.
So if anybody listening on chat has any questions about like how the harem started or like writing stuff, like go ahead and shoot it at us. We will try to explain while we're super distracted playing Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Well, I also think like because we wanted to do like writing hot takes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're also gonna talk
So
about
like
that tonight.
as if you're like whoever dies first, you can go. You know, like if you die.
Today's time.
I'll never. No, I'm kidding. I'll never go.
Well,
No.
she said, "As you die, if you die, I'm
Yeah.
gonna die."
So what's your give
What's
us
your writing hot take?
Yeah, I guess your writing hot take.
Mine?
Oh, ouch.
Oh, I have to go first if I
Yeah.
die. Oh, I wasn't ready.
That's too damn bad.
I guess my hot take is. Oh, I have a couple I could talk about.
Oh, that's got super armor.
My hot take is,
Oh, fuck.
and I don't know how to word this properly, but basically writing LGBTQIA plus characters
Mhm.
without like
Making
writing
them
them as a
toxic?
character not making them a character, period. Like a lot of people
Oh my gosh.
will just add them as like
there for
To be the token gay.
exactly to have like the diversity to like, oh well, I need someone diverse, so I'm just gonna add a gay or a lesbian character without actually like establishing them as a character or like
Now I feel-
writing them
to
as
fill a
such.
quota.
Yeah,
Now I
exactly.
feel guilty for accidentally calling you that a while back. I'm
What?
sorry. The token
No,
gay.
I thought it was hilarious. You're good. I thought it's so.
How did
funny.
I win?
Because you're good, Scoop.
I
I
am not
am the
that
guy
good.
needs to be higher. Let's be honest here. But no, that's my hot take is writing a gay character in just to have a gay character without actually like giving them a story and like making them an actual like person before just adding them, because I feel like, or even as like an afterthought, like, oh well, I need a gay character.
Yeah,
I need a
yeah,
character to be different, so I'm just gonna make him gay.
Yep.
And it's like, but you didn't establish that before. You didn't give them like, you know. So that's my hot take.
Yeah.
So along those lines, I mean, give me your honest opinion with this here.
Yes.
So I have a character in my book, The Monarch Mercenaries, Omegas, who was originally just meant to be kind of like, here I have I'm going to go with Isabel for chaos purposes. So Omegas was just like originally like a mercenary-esque character, big minotaur who likes big guns, and that was all I had for him. Like that, there was really nothing else to him. And so as I was planning out the story and seeing where all these characters were meant to do, I was just like, I don't really know what to do with him. And then the idea came to me. It's like, well, what if he was gay? What if he was married to the guy who comes up with all of his amazing weapons? And
see, that's already more thought than most people.
Yeah, and so I just kind of went from there. Very gruff, very blunt character.
Yeah,
and but just a lot of fun.
Okay.
At least I tried to make him fun as like you wouldn't expect this of this guy.
Right.
Well, I don't
So-
think there's anything wrong with being like, okay, I have a really flat character here. You know what? Those are just questions asked. Like, their sexuality. Like, what if? I don't think that's a bad
No, I agree.
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
to ask.
And already, like I said, you giving them like a husband and like being like, this is like their husband's character is already a step more, because I know the issue I have is people will just say, oh, they're gay. And that's kind of
As if it's like that explains who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not a
That's not,
personality
that's not the
trait.
way that works.
Exactly. And so it's like you are, and I don't see that as a bad thing of adding, okay, well, this is the
Absolutely.
life that they have in addition to.
Right.
Oh, I spread it. Okay, I thought I went flying.
So,
Nope.
Yeah.
Now I'm flying.
no, I think that's good.
Yeah.
no.
I think like if it adds to your character, then
Yes.
then it's fine.
Exactly.
Rather than
So kind of related to this, if you are gonna write a gay character, how do you try to avoid like any of the like really bad stereotypes that people tend to?
I think what I would do, and correct me if you have a better
what I
idea
would
on
do
this,
as a straight man.
as a straight man,
No, I'm go ahead.
yeah. What I would honestly do is, and this kind of goes down to how I usually create my characters, is that I, list down like a whole bunch of traits about the character, and sexual preference isn't even one of the ones that I focus on until it's very far along. And one of the things that I do is I create a character that I enjoy, and then I think about, now what can I do to make this character more complex, more unique, more interesting?
No, that's
Right? And then at that point, I could be like, oh, now what if this character were gay? Like, how would that change the story and how it is? It's like, but at this point, the character is already very fleshed out, at least in the creation process, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. Once again, you guys, that's the nice part about us being writers and us kind of being experiences. That's not an afterthought. You are adding that to your character and going, how is this now going to affect them if I add it to them? What is their life going to be like? Instead of just being like, yeah, they're gay now.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
You're giving it thought. You're adding it as more of a, like I said, you're adding more thought behind it than just, oh, he gay.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah.
no, I think that's great.
Because
Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I look at any of my characters that are not cis or straight, like any time that they fall outside of that box, it has only added to their character
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ouch. That's what it should be.
and
It
like
should
who
add.
they are as a person.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
In ways that I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have had that otherwise if I had just kept them straight.
Yeah. Well, and it adds like, and that's the other thing is you recognize the struggles that it could add.
Oh,
and
for sure.
The like, how would they react differently to things? Like you are putting in that extra thought of beyond just they gay. And
I'm dead.
I hate to bring up the Voltron show,
Voltron.
but
Wow.
that's kind of how I felt with what's
Shiro?
his name? Shiro.
Yeah.
It was just such an afterthought, and they just tried to, because he was already an established character. They already had made him, and he went through character arcs, and then they were like, "Well, we need something for this last season. Let's make him gay." They tried. They genuinely did try to make it work, but it just felt so insincere. If that makes sense.
Like a little shoehorny.
Exactly.
Yeah, but not even like that. But I
I'm so long as I've survived against
Yeah.
afterthought is a good
That was
is a
good.
good word for it.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we had already gone through so much, and we didn't know that about him until 5 seasons. At the
Exactly.
end of
Yeah.
5 seasons, and it's like that would have been like nice to know that part of who he is as a human.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
killed
kind
him.
of played.
You killed me so much.
I did. Yeah, like it's like that would have been nice to know earlier to like flesh him out more rather than like we need to do something with him. You know?
Well, yeah, and that was, and coming back to like you said, like he was already such a well fleshed out character with so much else to go on. Like him being gay is absolutely not a problem. It was just that afterwards and like as an afterthought.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the problem was if your character is already established, the sexuality thing should probably come in when you're making them.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's kind of the difference.
Yeah, it's like they didn't think about it until season 5. That's where the issue was.
Exactly.
Where it's like, what? You did that for what?
And I think it was purely as to satisfy the fans. Was why they did it,
which is sad.
Which is super sad because I don't think that should. If you have a character, and maybe this is a hot take, I don't know. If you have a character a certain way and you wrote him a certain way, and the fans all think he's gay, but that wasn't your intention.
Right.
Don't give into that. Be confident in the character you've created.
Yes.
You don't need you don't need to have that as a crutch. If that makes sense.
Well, now's the thing that I feel like they did make him gay because they weren't going to make Keith and Lance come.
That's a big
move. Yeah. So they're like, oh well, we gotta satisfy the shippers.
Okay, that brings up another hot take, but I will wait. I will wait on that.
Deal.
Oh, now I'm curious.
Yeah, but yeah, that was just kind of how it felt. Was well, we don't want to do this. Oh, we have this character. We don't really know what to do with his story. Let's just make him gay, even though we already had him established. And we've already written all this stuff for him, and we already had him in the world. And it just there was no signs of it in the beginnings, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, but it's also it just felt lazy.
Yeah, it just
So hopefully that didn't sound pretentious.
No, I don't think so. Well, and for you, it's like that's representation that you're hyper aware of because of of who you are.
Spoiler alert! I'm a gay man.
He's actually kind of gay.
Kinda.
He's loudly gay.
I am loudly gay, but it's something I've had to grow into. So that's why I'm so proud of it now.
Yeah.
Cool.
You should have seen him coming out of the closet multiple times, sir. You'll see that in a video.
How long it's gonna take me to edit?
How many times have I come out of the closet today? These 3.
Where am I? Who am I?
I don't know. That's just something. That's my hot take.
So
I want representation, but I don't want it to be.
So what's something
just there to be there?
What's something?
Something that you absolutely love when it is included into a book. It doesn't have to be related to that, but it could be.
I know earlier we talked about it as well, but I do like seeing gay characters, but I just want them to be well established first. But
and not always really toxic.
Mm-hmm. One thing I like is seeing world building without telling about the world building.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So having you establish your world, you write all this stuff, and then even if it doesn't make it into the story, it's there and you can kind of hint at it.
Yeah. Right underneath.
It makes your world feel more enriched and like an actual world. So that's what I
without a big info dump of
exactly.
Hey, I think we should all gang up on Nate for a sec.
I'm free. Nate with 2 lives?
Yeah. Are you sure you want to do this?
There you go.
It's here.
We interrupt our broadcast schedule
to murder Nate. Dare you?
I'm so sorry.
Jenny, I'm sorry. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, can I say another thing I like in
Yes.
this?
Yeah, go for it.
Making up your own curse words. I think that's fun.
Yes, that's a lot of fun.
Hey,
I think you need to give enough context of what it means, though.
I
you can't just make it enough.
Yeah.
Use it lots of times. Make it established. Like Brandon Sanderson's a good example. And,
Okay.
Who's the other author? Brian McMullen?
Brian Mole?
Brandon
Mole?
No,
Brandon Mole's got some fun.
I think it is Brian McMullen. He wrote the Powder Mage.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, none of you have read it. Those are really
I have not read the 3rd book yet.
He has a series too.
Oh,
so it's the first Powder Mage trilogy, and then it's the Powder and Blood trilogy.
I love how casually Spencer.
I'm going to give a small gripe. Actually, it's kind of a big gripe for me for the 2nd book.
Did I do that?
So he pulled a lot from Thucydides for the 2nd book, He mixing basically Thucydides with Napoleon,
Mm.
and which is cool. I'm totally fine with that. But there's no way that 10,000 footmen are going to outrun a 50,000 cavalry army.
Yeah.
That was so unbelievable.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a really hard time.
I
with
will
that. The
say-
rest of the story was great, but
With him
Ugh.
specifically, some of the numbers he pulls out for his armies, I'm like, that's a lot of people.
Wait,
like
who are we talking about?
Brian McMullen.
Brian McMullen,
Ireland.
Powder Mage.
Powder Mage. Yeah. Like he's like, oh, there's 400,000 troops, and I'm like, okay, but do you realize how many people that is? That's
That's
a
huge.
lot of people.
That's like Napoleonic Wars at their height.
Exactly.
Ooh.
So that's that's something it's not necessarily a peeve of mine, but it's like a. Do you realize how many people
Kind of,
you're
yeah.
writing into this world?
An oversight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but genuinely, I love the magic system. It's one of the most unique magic systems I've read in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
The characters are good. Yeah, I recommend it.
Yeah.
And he uses a lot of curse words that aren't actually curse words as well, which I think is fun.
It's fun.
When was Sora added to this game?
Real quick, Tyler Goodman, The
How
Amazing
long?
Digital Circus episode 5 was the best of the best. I have to agree. I enjoyed episode 5 of The Amazing Digital Circus, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it later.
I don't think I've watched 4 or 5 now. I think I watched 3.
Yeah,
Go
the
ahead,
Whorehouse.
I didn't know
Coming
you were
was
watching
episode
that.
2.
Have I not watched 3 either? No, I watched the Horror House.
Yeah, the Whorehouse is episode 3. The fast food McDonald's
Yeah, I
knockoff
haven't
is
watched that one.
episode 4, which is haunting. That is a haunting episode, especially if you've worked
Oh, no.
fast food.
Oh no,
Mm.
Camille, no.
Yeah, the
My
newest
lucky
episode was good, chaotic fun,
These LGBT.
and thank you, Hannah, for the happy anniversary.
Deserve that.
Happy anniversary! Happy
I
anniversary!
had no idea it was the 10-year anniversary of the
Are we
Harem.
ready?
That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
Who
I
has
thought.
the
Oh,
flag?
wait a second. I thought I had.
We can both be Kirby.
Yeah,
if
we'll
we want.
both be Kirby.
Yeah, this
Mine's
is
Dark
a-
Void Kirby.
Nate is dark.
This is going to suck.
Sonic. I want to be Sonic.
Sonic.
Why can't I be Shadow the Hedgehog?
That's a
I
very
mean, you
good
can.
question.
Well, you can at least make yourself black.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Oh my gosh, Gretchen, you can't just ask people why they're
Shadow, why are you black?
Oh, he likes Latinas.
Oh,
Whoever dies next has to do their hot take.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great that was a great
Contribution.
yeah
Thank
that was a
That was a
great
good hot take.
hot take end.
oh.
I will say, I have. It's been a couple, probably years since I started writing. Since I last wrote, and Camille and I have kind of rekindled an old story that we worked on, and that. So I've actually been writing again. It feels really good.
Who wants it?
Oh.
Who wants it?
Not me.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh
Oh, can you guys?
no!
You know, I love when I'm a character who has really good recovery, but I hate it when you guys have characters with really good recovery.
That's quite
I'm
weird.
having trouble keeping track
Oh.
of 2 separate characters because of Ice Climber.
Yeah.
This climber's so
I
hard.
did it again. I just killed it.
You're gonna be the first one to die again.
Next person to die. Not
I'm going in now.
I'm not going again.
I know.
I'll read the chat. How about that? 'Cause I have-
Yeah. Acknowledge the chat. It needs to be acknowledged.
I'm Omega said. Any of you heard of Goodbye Volcano High?
Where am I?
Oh, what's
Oh
that?
no, what's that?
I asked him. Also, yeah, no, I'm also curious what it is.
Ow, 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 double. No!
Owie.
The little, well, what's the
That's
character's
Owie.
names?
Oh,
I can't jump worth anything. Just jump on them.
I don't remember their names.
That's a good
There we
It's
go.
Poe and
Girl.
Chloe
Oh.
Moore.
I don't remember.
Get down.
That feels.
Oh. Okay, there we go. That was fun. Kirby versus Kirby.
Who will win?
Oh, no, I'm not.
I don't even know how I survived that one.
All right. Lars has 2 lives. I say we team up on him for.
Oh,
Yeah. Go on ahead.
Look, I'm willing to come together for the greater good.
For the greater good.
Now,
Oh, okay.
all right,
Come on,
wait for him to drop.
Yep.
Oh yeah, take that,
And
mother trucker.
Mother.
oh yeah.
No, I was.
Yeah.
Devious.
Yep.
Oh, Scoot, that means you're next on the
Yeah,
podcast.
Scoot's
What's my hot take?
Oh wait, real
Um,
quick.
okay.
Sorry, I'm not gonna respond.
Oh.
It's an indie game set around a world where a bunch of anthro
Oh, I'm
dinosaur
sorry.
high schoolers living
Oh.
out their senior year
Okay.
before the end of their world.
Oh, fun.
Okay,
That sounds cool.
that's cool.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm curious about the art, Scott. While you're going,
I feel like, well, hot take I have,
Jeez
like,
Louise,
the
Lars.
first one that came to my mind anyway, is I feel like there's too many authors nowadays that are too focused on writing
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
got him.
what they think's gonna
Oh,
be popular, and they're too afraid to take their story to the extreme it really needs to go.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times like you can create a really cool story if you gave it that extra bit of oomph
yeah,
to it. Like I'd really love to see stories where it's just like, okay, it's already insane. You've got a setting that's really fun. Let's see like where these characters will go.
Damn.
Oh,
Woo!
That was well.
and that's on your
Oh
same
my
point,
goodness.
Scott.
Lars.
I feel like that's a lot of
This is gonna be a
people
fun matchup.
are trying to add smut into their books.
Yeah.
now because it's a trend.
Yeah.
And so I've been
And
feeling-
dragons.
Yes,
Oh,
not that adding dragons. I like
Well,
dragons.
Yeah, I
feel
like dragons
it's a
too.
mistake if you're adding anything like
Oh.
that afterthought just because you can't sell your books.
Yes.
Oh,
What?
Have smut in the
good
story,
shot.
then have that somehow be a major part of the story somehow. I'm more okay with that than like Fourth Wing or whatever. It's like, oh, and now they have sex because everybody wants there to be a sex scene. It's kind of disappointing.
Here's the thing. I don't have any issue with sex scenes in books.
Same.
I there needs to be a differentiation between this is smut and this is a book that just has sex scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even say that like Akatar is smut because
That's fair.
like percentage wise,
It's got
It's far-
spice, but it's not.
right? Like it has
Yeah.
far more plot than
But-
it does spice.
But I do have to say, against Sarah J. Maas, I read Crescent City, and the amount of like build up and then like drop was so frustrating because it's like, oh, are they finally gonna like do the deed and like progress their relationship? No, something interrupts it every single time until the very end of the book. And I'm like,
gotta have that tangent.
just progress the plot then, like have their relationship progress in a different way
Mm.
and give me that payoff at the end when they have time to actually do it.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually super frustrating. The rest of the book, the like the
That's
world building, the characters, everything, it was super fun. But that part of the book was like the most frustrating to me.
Yeah, because it's like a will they, won't they, but
Yeah.
with blue balling.
Yeah.
So,
That's what it was. It was blue balling the
Yeah.
entire way
Yeah.
through.
but
That's
I
frustrating.
like going back to your very first initial hot take. I do think that's very interesting. Of like, you could frame it as people play it safe.
Yeah.
They're following like, oh, this is what's popular, and by that means like you're really just playing it safe
Right.
rather
Yeah.
than like creating the story that you
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
different, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, and if you're always going to be chasing the trend. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like you're like, oh hey, the trend is this right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a year or two writing a book. There's no guarantee it's gonna be the same when it comes back out.
well, and this wasn't my hot
Yeah.
take, but maybe this should be my hot take. Is that like a lot of the times, like editors or
Yeah.
agents will only take on books that
Yeah.
are trendy. You know,
Yeah.
Screw those guys.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
There are
it's such a problem, Bill. It's because publishing
They're also
companies are all flirting with disaster,
Yeah.
and so they're
Big
chasing the
balls,
trend. They're chasing the trends in hopes of making it big, to have a big, good selling book,
Yeah.
and just maybe they'll get a series out of it that will allow them to fund like the next 4 or 5 authors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's effective. That's the strategy.
Yeah.
It's not a winning strategy.
But like
Yeah.
it weakens the book. 'Cause,
Holy
like
shoot!
I feel like an actual good character-driven book, it's gonna take the characters where they need to go. You're not gonna pull them back because it's not gonna fit
Oof.
into
Oh.
the themes that like you want for the book to be popular.
Yeah.
Well, to fit into the popular trend anyway. And so like there's so much that's missed from like not actually following what the characters want to do.
Yeah.
And like as you're like looking at it and what like all of the characters are doing and who's stopping who and like what's getting in the way of other stuff, like there you have a good story.
Yeah.
You just got to figure out how to put it on paper,
Oh, you got me.
which often enough is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that same thing, if you're just writing a book to hit the hype,
Yeah.
it feels less authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I also just had another
I'm
thought.
dead again.
I'm
I
living
wasn't
up-
paying attention.
I'm living up
Next
to my
person,
name.
guys.
Ah! No. Oh, they're
Oh,
my
wait.
Chazes.
Stop. Are you dead?
I'm full on dead now. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, can you try me now?
Oh no. I guess I get to go next.
Like a recent book I've read, really enjoyed. I felt like it's a new enough book, and so like, but I still feel like it doesn't fit any of the like really popular genres nowadays. But it was Starter Villain by John Scalzi, which hilarious book. Like if you want a fun like super spy super villain like James Bond book without like actual James Bond, that's the one to do it. But like it's following this character who's completely out of his like coming into a new world, and he struggles like the entire way through, but like you believe his reactions to everything that's happening.
I think.
Perfectly.
Uh-huh.
And that's a major part of the book. It's a seriously major part of the book.
Will you leave me alone?
And it just makes it a more enjoyable story because of it. And that's because the author took the character and is like, okay, let's take this character as far as I can take him with what they know and who they are at this time.
That's fair.
Man, my hands are getting sweaty.
My two.
Arts, the question to who's Jed Killer?
That's
Jed Killer is Camille.
The titular Camille.
That's the mama.
But yeah, I do really recommend Starter Villain by John
Starter
Scalzi.
Villain.
Such a fun
Wait,
book.
is that one Starter Villain then it ends with like Villain's Apprentice or something like that?
No, it's a
that's
standalone.
different, but-
Oh, okay. My boss was talking about that. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Okay, I'm good. I'm
It's
good.
its own standalone, but it is
Gotcha.
hilarious.
Look, I'm
It's
trying
fun.
to kill people here. If you don't mind.
Like it starts out, this guy's this like
Hello.
Oh.
part-time substitute teacher, and he's like, "Oh yeah, your like estranged uncle is gonna like
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
is gonna give you like his business and whatnot." And then he finds out he's a full-on super villain
I didn't even know you could do that.
with like satellite death rays and everything.
Uh-huh.
And like he's trying to survive in that whole world, and it's just fun the entire way through. It was so much fun. Watch out for the swearing dolphins. There's a lot of swearing dolphins.
Could
What?
somebody explain to me what the difference between James Bond's books and movies?
The biggest difference is in the character shade. The big difference is that in the books, James Bond is not a character that you really want to root for because he's such a broken man, which makes sense because
Is he horny?
he's totally horny.
Oh.
But he's even worse to the women in the books because you very much use them and lose them.
Yeah.
Which the thing is that the world that Ian Fleming came from, as far as like spies go, it was brutal. It was messy. It was all over the place. World War II spies are in a completely different league than any other generation of spies. Cold War spies have got some crazy stories, but they are nowhere near as action-packed as the stuff that happened during the World War II spy race. So Ian Fleming actually based all of the crazy James Bond shenanigans off of what happened in World War II. None of the stuff that would have happened during the Cold War would have gotten anywhere that close because the Cold War is way more volatile. But the movies can ignore that kind of stuff and just go really ridiculous. The movies make James Bond a more enjoyable character. They try to make him also a little bit more sympathetic.
Yeah.
The Daniel Craig Bond is probably the closest to the books, to my knowledge.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Like they make him a little more like more of a sad boy Bond.
Yeah. Which the people are like, James Bond isn't supposed to be sad or depressed. I'm like, people have not read the books.
So Art said, "Is he worse than Austin Powers?"
Austin Powers is supposed to be a parody of James
That's what
Bond.
they said.
Yeah.
They said he is.
Do you know what we do in Russia to keep warm? Oh, I think I know, baby. Yes.
I was not expecting to do that well with King DDD.
That was excellent.
To kill me with my own move.
Yeah,
I
was
actually didn't mean to do that. I was trying to hit the spiky ball at you, and it just happened to be really good timing that I
So real quick, actually this is jumping back in conversation a little ways, but one of my annoyances with Legend of Voltron was what was done with Lance's character.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a character assassination.
Yeah.
Right,
They really were like, okay, we did all this character growth, and now we're just gonna scrap all of that.
Yeah, and they dropped Keith. Keith got dropped. There's no way you can convince me that they didn't that they're like, oh yeah, we are going to give love and care to Keith's character. Keith doesn't exist as a character in the final season.
Right, and after so much time, like they really almost set Keith up to be like the main character.
Yeah,
you know, like especially like in season 2, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, I don't like the last season of that show. Doesn't exist to me.
No, it's so bad, and it's so bad. The one thing to praise to praise Legend of Ultron for is that they did a phenomenal job with their D&D episode.
Yeah, that's a good
one. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's a fun episode.
Is this Nate's?
Yeah, you're just gonna select someone for it.
I've read one of the Dragonlance books. They're actually pretty good.
Mega Man.
I have
right
it.
next to it.
I do what I do with a lot of book series, and I'll start reading it, and then I get distracted by other stuff, and then it takes me forever to get back into it. But the first one was really enjoyable.
Whoopsies! Are we gonna wait, or are we gonna gang up on Nate?
We're gonna gang up on Nate.
Okay.
Too long.
Yeah.
His controller's vibrating like crazy next to me. Sorry, Killer.
Oh, hey, I thought we were all...
I know, I'm trying to hit him. Oh,
I'm the Joker baby.
A Joker,
I'm a Joker from Persona.
Maybe.
Oh, hi, Nate.
Watch him go like,
Nothing
watch him go
to see here.
Super Saiyan because of this. He's like,
okay, you guys are lucky. This is my least favorite character.
Yeah.
Oh no! Come on! There we go.
I go to the bathroom and I get slaughtered. I see who my real friends are.
Oh, what?
So, Scott, did you share the thing you like about writing already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
Oh my.
No, I don't think I did.
I was about to say, I don't think you did.
No, that was just the thing. Ooh. What do I say? It's a good question.
You can sit on it.
Is that a threat?
Is that a threat?
Oh man.
I'll teach
Jamie
you.
Bowser does not have a good smash.
Oh.
can do more comments if you want to give you some.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
I could. I'm gonna die here in a second anyway.
Oh, I'll give you my phone after you die.
Okay, there we go.
Here you go.
Yay. All right, let's see. What's the last one? The
We got to
James
Oh,
Bond.
No!
Hey, I was helping Nate.
Oh, yeah, you were. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wait.
Okay, so Arts asks, did any of you read Dragonlance growing up? I knew
I
a
did talk
kid.
about that one a little.
Okay, I knew a kid in summer camp who tried to explain the whole universe to me in one afternoon.
That I've heard of them. I don't think I read them though.
Very like D&D.
Mm.
Well, adjacent at least.
Interesting. Are there just like a bunch of books?
Yeah, it's a whole series of books.
So
They're
it's like
I feel like I've heard of them.
they're very like you've got like a whole ton of evil dragons attacking the continent, and people are like doing their best to survive.
Ah, interesting.
Oh,
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's got a lot of really fun characters in it. The Kinder guy, I can't remember his actual name, but he's
so
hilarious. Very like Merry and Pippin coded.
It's okay.
Nice.
I forgive you.
it's not very fun.
Oh.
Oh.
Woo.
Oh.
I'm the Joker,
Oh, okay.
baby.
Who did that? Who did
Me.
that?
Was me.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe
Oh.
you. Wait, what?
Ah!
I accidentally took a strike.
That's okay.
Yeah, man,
Just don't be
I'm
mad.
so not used to using
Don't do it.
Baby Bowser.
I'm actually scared of this thing.
Ah!
Do it.
Now I definitely need
No, don't do it. I'm
Character to
scared.
play match too.
Okay. We also had everybody. What's your favorite part of the new Amazing Digital Circus episode? I don't think any of
So
us-
I've seen it. So I
Lars,
Don't spoil. Don't spoil.
I'm not gonna spoil. What I really like though is the character development that we got for
Oh.
Jax and Ragatha.
Ooh.
That was really, really good stuff.
Oh, I did.
Finally.
I still have one life.
I know you
Okay,
did.
and then we also got, so just ultra curious, but did any one of you mix every version of the Dr. Peppers together and try that?
We should have.
No, that would have
And
been so
then
bad.
dumped a
That
bunch
would have
of-
been so
Yeah.
bad. There were two of them. that were
Dang it.
so
Oh, they were
nasty.
so
Yeah,
bad.
they made me chug the worst one.
Hey, you chose to chug
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
well, peer pressure. Just so you know.
Yeah, I did. Well, that's only coming if we hit the number of subscribers.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
we
gonna throw
agreed
it
on.
on.
It-
Just throw it on.
Okay.
Wait, what?
15,000 subs.
We have 15K subs.
No,
No,
we're at
no,
11,000.
no.
I was like, darn.
You wanna live.
And then, because there were a lot of Dr. Peppers, my goodness.
Yeah.
We had 14 different cups.
That was
We
a
had,
good
yeah, we had
idea.
14 different non-brand, off-brand
Ugh.
variations of Dr. Pepper.
No, we had normal ones, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three.
Oh,
we were trying to
I see
figure
what you're
out.
saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
But we also did not add together all the different flavored Dr. Pepper sanctioned Dr. Peppers.
Right.
Yeah.
By the church.
Dang, we couldn't make
By the Dr. Pepper juice.
By the Dr. Pepper Church.
Yeah.
uh,
It's like the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster, but
I was
of
a
the
priest
Dr.
for them
Pepper.
at one point.
Love that.
a friend of
why
mine became.
aren't you anymore?
I think it expired.
Oh,
Oh,
rip.
a friend of mine became a priest of the Flying Spaghetti Monster
You
in order to
poor
marry
soul.
two of our,
You
our
poor
carers- marry two of our friends together.
I'm a joke.
I saw Dr. Thunder.
And saw lots of Dr. Thunder.
Lots of Dr. Thunder thighs.
Okay, and then also I found some Dragon Lance comics in my comic shop the other day, released through DC.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, sorry, it's waiting on me.
Oh wait, so it's a comic series?
It's originally a book, but then they based the comic series off.
okay.
of it.
Okay. Do what you want to do, just
Did
randomly.
you say you
Yeah,
think you liked?
randomize it.
Did I cut you off?
I-
feel like I
I
did.
can't. I'm trying to think of something because
Well-
my mind's blinking.
If you want to think about that,
Yeah,
well,
let me think
I
about it.
I know that Nate, he died first
Oh,
I
you gotta
did
say
die
for
yours.
first.
some reason.
Yeah. For some reason.
We weren't forcing you to go
Yeah.
next or anything.
He did that.
Okay. I don't know. I have a few hot takes that I'm
That's how I felt.
Yeah. I think the one I'm going to go for, and yeah, the hot take that I'm going to bring up here is when, and this is most common in like young adult fiction, and I bring this up specifically because of Powerless. I am currently still like dead set on Powerless, like the worst ever. No, not the worst ever. But
It's so ancient.
somebody's dying.
Oh,
Who's got number 4?
me.
Yeah, there you got Charger right there.
Wait, can no one bug me? No.
Well, now I got a bug you so you know how it feels.
No.
I'm
good.
But when the main character try to write the main character as like somebody who is like snarky and funny and like edgy, but really they're just assholes, basically.
Yeah.
And especially too when it comes to like banter, quote unquote, when it's literally just like name calling and being rude. Like that's not banter, that's being a jerk.
Yeah, it's
but they
each other isn't.
Yeah. Or like coming up with a pet name that the other character hates until it eventually becomes like, you know what I mean? Like
until it becomes
like endearing or whatever.
I
it's
think
like
that's a pretty typical like amateur writer thing to do. Like I'm guilty of that myself. And I think sometimes it can work, but it is definitely
it can be, but it's like, well, and it also depends on the way it's done. Like if it's done mean spirited, or if it's just like, oh, it doesn't bother me too much,
right?
Or
it's like not the name itself, but just that person annoys them. And
it's
like enemies to lovers type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like there's a good way to do it, but I see where you're coming from.
No.
Oh crap!
Oh,
how did you die so fast?
Shut up.
You
Who
are you?
Me too. Did you see my 1,000-yard stare before you left?
No.
Oh crap!
Oh.
I would like to point out Camille has 3 lives.
It's an illusion.
That's an illusion.
Oh, okay, I don't anymore, so I'm happy.
Quit.
Oh man,
Pikachu's
just dodging.
Are you sorry? I won't read comments until you're done with your thought, Nate.
No, I think that was my thought. So if we want to kind of,
Yeah.
So I think about what you like.
So this comes back to what we were talking about when you joined me like 2 weeks ago with the whole like banter.
Yes.
Oh crap!
Exactly, and that's kind of like where I'm basing off, because I feel like banter specifically, like
I watched that. That was crazy.
What the heck?
What the heck?
That was like an Ike style death dive. I wasn't expecting that move. I haven't played this character before at all.
No.
I'm gonna stick with my favorite few and call it a day.
Which I've been doing
Playing
a little bit of that.
playing
but I wanted
Diddy
to try new
Kong
ones.
is weird. I am not used to it.
I'm just gonna move over here if you don't mind.
All right. So one of the comments was, "What is your reaction for the crazy egg lore for Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 of Deltarune?"
My answer is I am going to put all the eggs everywhere because that Titan fight was amazing, and I want to fight more of them. That's my answer.
Ooh.
Please.
Okay.
You spare me.
They said people now think the story is like Omori.
Oh,
What's
I'm
Omori?
dead next. I got to do my hot take.
A
next.
whatty? It's a whatty.
Omori. They said they think the story is like Omori.
I have never played Amori, but here's the thing: everyone tries to make other stories sound like Amori. So that's just people being weird.
When the sky hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
That's
gotcha.
Amori.
Gotcha. I see that. That was good.
Okay,
That was good.
so because I was the next one to die after Nate was done, let's see here a hot take for me. Okay, so I've got a hot take that I know I've done a rant.
Oh shit!
I've done a rant before. Wait, Art says, which egg was your favorite? My favorite egg is the first one because it took me freaking forever to get there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's in Deltarune.
Like an
Playing
Easter
that
egg?
Toby Fox game.
No, literally, yeah,
Them Toby games.
But it is an Easter egg, and it's an egg that once you find it, the egg then plays a part in the game, depending on what you do.
That's fun.
That's what interesting.
I need to play Deltarune still.
All right, so here's my hot take. Even though I know I've done a writer's rant on this, I kind of wanted to come back to it again, and it's this.
Oh,
2 minutes, and I know me saying this is kind of weird because I am not all that great at economics either. But for crying out loud, know your economics.
Let me guess.
Oh yeah.
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones is one of the worst aggressors. You borrowed 10 million gold coins from the Lannisters. At that point, when you have 2 million gold in the economy of a medieval economy, you have officially crashed the system. It cannot work. Which that makes it even dumber when characters are like, oh yeah, sure, I'll murder or I'll rape for like a gold coin. It's just like, you do realize that you're saying you'll do this for like a penny. This makes you the absolute worst and you deserve to die. It cheapens it again, it helps to cheapen the lives of everyone in the story. So you don't really have any reason to care for them. And there's not, and again, if you don't understand the economy, it's really, really hard to like it's not to like the it's really, really hard to actually enjoy like, some of the immersion.
Yeah.
So a good counter example actually is Spice and Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, so much of the story is about the economics, but Spice and Wolf makes good sense of stuff. Like, for instance, when Lawrence gets like 120 silver coins, he is over the moon, and he should be, because that's a lot of money. But then when someone's like, I've got 30 gold right here in my bag, everyone's like, like, you're going to get murdered because you have that much, because it is a lot.
Well, and it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I have 10 million gold in the bank, but it's like, okay, now what's the consequences? You know, it's like,
it's like all relative.
Yeah, it's like, well, number one, it's relative, but also number two, it's like, okay, well, what are the consequences in the story to that development, right? Like, whereas if it's just like, therefore, oh my gosh, he's got so much money, you know, it's like, okay, why is that important, you know? And it's like, it's like if you are bringing economics into your story, if you're bringing up that kind of a, you know, number one, you need context to know if that number is big or not in your world. But you also need like some sort of like backlash to whatever it is, right? Like, I think an example in one of my stories is that I have it's like an isekai inspired novel where, you know, there's people who like rack up like a bounty, and they see a character who has like an insanely high bounty, and you know, it's like obviously the character's like, wow, that is the highest bounty I've ever seen, you know. So there's the context, but also that now paints a target on that character's back. And so then it's like, you know, obviously that number means something to the characters and has consequences in the world. You know, instead of just being a number thrown out to try and make it sound like there's an economy in this story. You know what I mean?
And it gets super frustrating. This is one of the things that I really hate with the with a lot of, like, for instance, manga that are set in, like, power manga that are set in modern day. Is that they're all like, okay, so they're like, wouldn't it be cool if I just happened to have like the equivalent basically of $10 million, whatever that is in Korean currency. And the thing is, this is like, yes, that sounds cool, and there's a whole lot that you can do, but like, what exactly are you going to do with that money? And again, what are the consequences? That's so much cash. If you were to get $10 million and then put that like into the economy, but of saying like, okay, then so now I am going to I've got $10 million. I got $10 million. I'm now going to buy myself a boat.
I'm just getting absolutely slammed.
Like, okay, I got myself a boat, but but actually using a boat's a bad example. let's say that you got $10 million and you're like Scott. you're like Scott or Spencer, who absolutely love Magic the Gathering. What would you guys do if I gave you $10 million?
Buy one Final Fantasy collector.
Oh, so expensive.
And then, but now that you've bought that really expensive pack, suddenly there's a bunch of really crazy fans who all want to get you, murder you for your cards.
I mean,
like,
that sounds about right.
Like that's one of the things that makes it interesting. If you went and you got yourself a boat, woohoo, you got a boat. There's not really much that you're going to be able to do with that. Think about what characters can actually do with that money and what are the consequences of doing those things with said money. But then also, if you're like going medieval or Renaissance and you have 10 million gold coins, that is going to crash the economy. That would be like, if I printed 1 trillion American dollar bills, it would destroy everything.
Yeah.
So like, and sure, you can say, but Lars, it's all fiction, it's all fantasy. Yes, but it's one of those things that just
I think it gets overlooked.
It breaks the immersion.
Yeah.
And people can say, but dragons break the immersion. Yes, but dragons usually operate by rules. If you get rid of the rules for that dragon, then people are like, then the dragon kind of sucks within the story. And the same thing goes for money. Money has its own implicit rules that we understand because we live in a world that uses money. If that money doesn't act like money, then we're like, wait a second.
He still has 2 lives?
That's what I'm saying.
How can you be here yapping and you still
But secretly, I'm a genius.
Can I use this to kind of segue into my like favorite thing?
Okay, yes, please do, because I'm kind of getting a little pedantic
I got thinking about a book I read about 2 years ago. And it's this like indie author that was at one of the tables next to you at the Tucson Book Festival that you were selling your books at, Lars. She literally has a book about vampires and taxes. Both topics I up to that point had no interest in. But like the beautiful thing about it is it was written so well that even though like the taxes part of it would have seemed normally super boring, it was actually really interesting because it was really relevant to like everything going on with the characters and like the economics and like the taxes part of it. It was explained well enough that it made so much sense. But like it blended really well with like the characters and the drama and everything. And so like kind of my favorite thing is like within reason, there are certain topics people just shouldn't touch. But within reason, people can write about anything. And if they write about it well enough, it could be enjoyable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I had to go back to
go for it.
Bring it to Lars' thing about comparisons of dragons and money. I think the difference is, sir. I think the difference is. Oh, sorry. That's different. That's a different type of like suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like even if you have the most fantastical fantasy world, there are going to be elements that are familiar enough to our real world. And something like money and economics is that thing, you know. So it's different than saying like dragons versus money because you relate to money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like So it's like if you want your story to be realistic, things that feel very real world to us should make sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just make Jeff Bezos a dragon.
So much money.
Yeah, let's catch up on chat real quick.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact: once an African king was going to Mecca and he crashed all the country's economies with his gold. He's the richest man.
Yeah. That's a great story. So the king of Mali was on a holy pilgrimage and he destroyed Egypt by mistake.
Yeah.
The Egyptians were like, please leave. You flooded us with gold.
He was just too much of a baddie.
Which he was trying to be a good guy. He was just giving out money to everyone that he saw was poor. Oh boy. But to get, so let's see here. Though to talk about then something that that I like that I like within stories. One of the things that I've seen people praise for especially Brandon Mull's books is that he treats he treats his fantastical aspects as if they're just natural.
Yeah.
And that's something that is not done enough, especially in current fantasy, where there's this desire to, in many ways, over-explain things.
Yeah. Well, and if I can kind of piggyback off that point, one of the things that I think about all the time, it's like, would these characters realistically be talking about X thing? You know, it's like,
that's a good point.
You know, it's like
explaining to
right. It's like, think about how often do we talk about how a TV works, right? Well, electricity comes in, and then there's a bunch of itty bitty little dots that change colors based on what the electricity says. You know, we don't talk like that in real life, nor do we think about that. It's a TV. We don't stop to think about how TVs work,
right?
Because that's the world we live in. That they are commonplace. They are, you know, and to a society where there is no TVs, it is magic. But you know, to us, we're just like, it's a display. You know that. It's, you know, it's a flat panel that we can see things on, you know, and that's it, you know, and that's as far as we ever think about it. And so it's like, in a fantasy world, you know, magic is indistinguishable from technology. And so to them, it's like, this is commonplace, you know, like, well, I'm not going to sit down and explain all of the intricacies of fire bending, earth bending, water bending. It's like, this is commonplace. We know what that is. You're going to learn about it through application. You know,
but as a counterpoint, you can go the opposite direction and end up with something like The Martian by Andy Weir, where like he's explaining all the cool science that's like keeping him freaking alive because it's really relevant to keeping him alive.
Right. Yeah, and here's the thing is that that Brandon Mull, for instance, does explain things when it becomes necessary, and it helps that he has the fish out of water characters in all his stories that help to provide that like straight man perspective, but also like, I don't know what's exactly going on here, so I do need someone to help explain this for me.
I think we need to focus on Nate and Spoosh.
What?
No.
Oh, I'm dead.
I chose absolutely the wrong character for
your hot take.
Finally
for this. Oh, there I
go. My swag is just too strong.
But yeah, I definitely like it when when characters treat stuff naturally, and this is something that I've been trying to do better with some of my stories, where I'm like, okay, then, like, I want to make sure that I don't lose the audience, but I also don't want to have these characters in the story over explaining something that to them is natural. So, like, for instance, when I was writing the opening to the opening to Gear Witch, and I shared it with people online, like, I definitely, like, there were some things that I did explain just a little, but I tried my best not to be all like, and this is how a written warrior uses his magic, and this is how the gate warden is able to teleport. This is the specific gate that she uses. I tried not to do that.
Like a glossary, just kind of going down.
Exactly, yeah. But the temptation is there to over-explain. So it's just something that you got to work on as an author.
Did I survive?
How?
How though?
I don't know. All right, so Camille, you're up next.
Before we do, let's catch up on chats. We have quite
chats. Okay.
Oh, here I can go. I gotta. Where we stop?
So we stopped at
poor Yoshi.
We stopped.
Oh wow, yeah, where we at?
Poor Yoshi. Yoshi won that one.
Oh, that's a good question. In terms of the money, do they tack on interest in these stories? I wonder. Do they do education loans? That's a very funny question. I doubt it.
I would love to see education loans used in stories somehow.
I'd love to see like banking and interest. That's
Well, again, a great example is the story Spice and Wolf, because Spice and Wolf does deal with interest. It does stock and stuff like that. And yeah, like, you don't have to go into any kind of great depth if you're going to try to make make economics
What's happening over
an applicable part of your story.
Right.
Like for instance, economics does play a big role in the Mistborn trilogy, especially in the first book. But Brandon Sanderson keeps it simple by explaining how they're going to crash the economy. He doesn't go into everything having to do with loans and what the bank reserve is or anything like that. It simply is, okay, ATM is basically the gold standard within this world. If we steal the ATM, boxings, which is their coins, lose their value, and we're going to have like massive inflation or deflation. Either way, it wrecks the economy. So that's the So there's that.
More chat.
Yeah, I'll quickly catch up. Zark and Yu-Gi-Oh! Best villain. If you disagree, fight me.
Zork.
The majority
Zork
of people do not know how many work, of course. They will be shocked. There's always portrayal of a dragon is rather possessive of gold. They keep it in fiction.
Jeff Bezos.
We need more dragons in fiction acting like the bankers.
Yes.
Yes.
We like to spend money blindly.
Actually, for Whitefire, I do intend to have because the dragons are. I want to make my dragons way more varied. Definitely dragons who act like bankers. One dragon who has a thriving economy of gossip.
Oh, I love that.
Oh.
She
That's their hoard.
Yeah,
Gossip.
she hoards gossip, and the way that she grows her hoard is by sharing gossip.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's super
One of my
fun.
favorite dragon horns I've ever
Holy
heard.
Mark.
They collected stained glass windows from churches.
Oh, that's fun too.
They wouldn't like destroy the church, but they would still like just the window and fly.
Yeah.
away.
That's
I love
fun.
this. I always thought dragons were treated like giant cats obsessing over the shiny things.
No, totally. Dragons are
That's
so cat coded.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's why I like them so much.
Oh, I know. I'm just gonna sit here and read chat for a second.
Kill 'em!
Um,
Kill 'em!
they said you do not meet a lot of nerds. A lot of people that talk like that.
Goodbye,
Talk like what?
I felt me die. Just how we're talking in general.
You know what we should do next?
What?
We gotta have a Jed battle with trees.
Oh my gosh.
Do smashed potato.
Yes.
How do you even pick Pikmin? I don't remember.
Why?
I've
Why
never
is
played
Jigglypuff
it.
even in this?
Olimar is one of the weirdest characters. I feel like.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
my
too
babies.
afraid to play him.
My babies.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember how to do
Mm.
anything with this villager. Oh, goodbye.
I'm so lost at what they're able to do. What are these abilities?
Oh man, say Jigglypuff is just the absolute worst. Why did I choose her?
No, you just gotta know how to use her.
Nate's like the only one with a character he's really good with.
I didn't even do that on
I
purpose.
killed one of my Pikmin. Bird.
No, I just got
Like,
backslapped
how
by Zelda.
I don't know how to make a tree.
Down B.
Down B?
Woo!
Okay.
They gotta water it.
There. Oh wow! I do one punch and then fall asleep.
No need, please.
Can you? Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Wow, I'm so glad that didn't do anything.
I reflected it back. If it would have touched you, you would have died instantly.
Were you talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh. Hee hee. I'm just a girl.
There's only a couple more chats and then we can.
Okay.
You can go on your take.
Oh, okay.
Well, and I never did my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Do your favorite right now
Well-
while we're in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah,
One of
we'll
my
try
favorite things in writing is when you have a really good representation of a married couple.
Love
Yes.
me some of that.
Yes.
My absolute favorite author at this is Mary Robinette Kowal. She does a great job with just really well written adult couples. Oh
I
But
didn't
Ghost
even
Talkers
touch
on that
Hee hee.
regard broke me.
yeah,
Oh,
that's rough.
Rip.
Ghost Talkers was.
My heart.
The Calculating Stars is also very good not explanation. Wow. Example. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I love that.
I was gonna say
There we go.
the couple in Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love them.
Wait,
I
which
love
couple?
their love.
The
Izumi?
yeah,
Is that her name?
it's Izumi.
Yeah, I
And her
can't remember
husband's-
her husband's name.
The big,
Azumi Curtis. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was also gonna say, I know not exactly, but Mustang and
Oh,
Hawkeye,
they're married in my eyes.
Yeah, they're
not technically
They're
married, but they should be.
Married
They should
coded.
They would be if
Took one of my babies.
they weren't trying to be all
Trying to save the world.
sneaky.
Yeah.
Oh.
Man, I need a rewatch.
Eee!
Jazzy and I watched that just the other day,
Nice.
or the other day,
I need to watch that again.
quite a few months ago.
Wow.
But
Well, other day.
yeah.
Other day could be anywhere from
Yeah.
yesterday to 5 years ago.
It's true.
yeah,
What is time?
If not to the
Oh!
Oh, yo.
I just need
You
to point
ju-
out Nate still has 2 lines. So just-
I'm just
Master Knight DH. Hi, just finished recording chapter 9 of Kid Icarus Uprising with 9.0 with
Oh!
Skyscraper.
nice.
All right. Very nice.
Wow.
I'm Omega working on a 3D model. Sweet. Tell us what it is. What are you working on? Or it says, yeah, that was a pretty good challenge, Mr. Lars. I tried. That was fun. That was fun to do the opening for Gear Witch. And I've been working slowly but surely towards
cute.
doing a mini battle mini battle.
Oh my gosh, if I die from falling off, I'm gonna be upset.
I've been slowly but surely working on a mini battle, not reenactment, but a kind of simulator for what it will be like to try to write magical pike and shot in that world. Because pike and shot is actually pretty fun, but it's so underrepresented in
Yep,
fiction.
Oh. Youch.
I like what this comment is. It's kind of hard because a good married couple is different between different people in different cultures.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's really fun to think about.
That's
It
very
still
true.
amazes me from my own experiences living in Japan. I didn't know they were a couple until like 3 months after I eventually met him, and I met him quite a bit. And like anytime I met
We
them
all
out
doing
in public,
Villager?
like it's
Oh, yeah,
like they
Villager.
wouldn't
Villager.
interact with each other until they like invited me over to their house and find out, oh, you two are married? Like you don't act like it, but like I'm looking at it from the lens of like Americans, not
Yeah.
from like a Japanese couple. So it like completely surprised me.
Took him off guard. Thanks, the LSD.
Yeah, I'm the one who's tripping.
If anybody's feeling
And then-
it, it's probably the Dr. Thunder.
Yeah, probably.
That's
Yeah.
what he said.
The Dr. Thunder is thundering inside of me. I'll tell you what.
Dr. Thunder, one of the ones we didn't like. No, that was the Dr. Sevia.
I
Dr.
forgot who I
Zevia was
was.
Dr. Sevia.
I'm at
The worst one was Dr. Goodwin. He did not deserve his PhD. I'll tell you that much.
No,
He did not earn that.
no, he did not.
Someone used Chat GPT to get it. I'll take it.
God.
Aw.
Whee!
Ow. Okay, Camille, what's your pet peeve?
None of that. None of that.
What?
Bad tree.
I'm ready for another tree.
No.
There's no way you did.
I'm beating
Let me
you up.
let me go. I'm ready to be a menace.
None of that. Not today. Oh,
Oh,
I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Oh,
I
God.
promise I'm going to get to other comments. But somebody's Art said Dr. Thunder went to discount medical school.
And where did Dr. Topper go?
Dr. Topper, the gay school.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh wow. How did I survive that? I don't know.
I jumped right into that.
Oh boy. Wow. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
No,
I don't
no.
yet. Oh, there we go.
We're all just not really committing to any. just chopped a piece of wood. That was so cute.
No.
Oh no, I died.
Oh man, I got the nervous sweats.
Oh
I
my,
know my legs are getting sweaty.
this is. Oh my god.
I want to break free.
The chaos is not the same without Jed being
Honestly.
here.
It's not the same without
I'm ready,
Jed.
I'm ready for somebody to give me a
Captain
tree.
Falcon.
I can give you no trees.
Where am? Okay, how did I
I know
know
how
that
to do the
there?
pocket thing.
I don't know how to do
Yeah,
half
no!
of the villagers.
No!
Perfect blocked it.
Oh, I can't get loose.
Sorry, I had to take you off your throne. Take you off. Leave me alone. I see you coming after me. Evil laugh.
Ow! Ah! No, I wanted my tree. Dang it.
Actually, you should
Oh,
not.
crud.
You better stop.
You better.
Woo!
The tree.
Wow,
How do I? Oh.
Oh,
Let's go, baby.
Oh shoot! I was looking down at the comments. No, okay. I was looking down at the comments.
Nate,
you want?
or-
I'll give
Oh,
you a tree
crud.
if you leave me be.
Give me three.
Okay. You ready? We got one.
I just steal a Scott's tree and it hit me in the face.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
You want
Whoa.
a tree?
Whoa, there I am.
I'll give you one. Don't hit me. Don't hit
Get
me.
Scott. Get Scott. Right.
He just- Okay, you ready? You want a tree?
Yeah,
Okay. Here it goes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh no!
Oh God. When you get down to just 2 people, you just gotta play smash potato until somebody.
Stop it. There's a lack of trees around here.
Oh, it's just the straight B, but okay. Now I understand. Ouch! Ouch!
Oh shoot! Here, yeah, you can take.
Yeah,
comments.
I'll take
I
that.
stopped somewhere up here.
No!
Hey, what the hell?
Brass is mine, Jonathan.
No!
Okay. We got a question. Says this is towards you, Lars.
Okay.
It says also I have a question. Did you defeat Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 secret bosses?
No,
Could I
not yet.
talk about them or not? I want to do, but I don't want to spoil you.
I have not yet played. I have not yet had the chance to do my full playthrough yet. Sorry.
I'm done.
So I have not yet played against those bosses, though I am looking forward to it.
Ouch.
Oh crud! Oh no, I didn't realize where I was at.
So and I, Camille.
How'd you do that? How'd you do that?
And was it never reveals his secrets?
No,
Only that
no,
evil
Come here.
tree.
no.
Come here.
I don't want
You
to.
pick it.
All those
Pick it up with
villagers
me.
beating each other up. Yes.
Come here.
No.
Pocket the.
Hooray!
See, somebody said, oh my gosh, all the villagers beating up each other. Boy, that tree, that evil tree.
Yep.
And then also, how would you do a story where a trio of characters are trying to escape a situation ending scene in the Lost Ark where they are forced to be an audience while a 4th character is trying to save them by sneaking around?
So like
It
The
sounds
main
like you need to
characters-
have a lot of different viewpoints. going
Yeah.
on at the same
Yeah.
time.
That would help.
Mhm.
Yeah, multiple viewpoints would definitely be a how to juggle that. I feel like, or at least one approach.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you would definitely have to jump between a lot of different character views, which is fine. That's
And
gonna be fun.
And I want to leave it at just like the 4 characters you mentioned. I would like if you're stuck somewhere like somebody's like some villains got them trapped, look at their viewpoint or look at some like henchman's viewpoint.
Yeah.
Because like you can get some interesting information like concerning everything going on doing that too.
Oh, locking in on our character
I know.
section.
Let's see here.
Oh,
I got a question.
Cool.
How would you guys feel about playing capture the flag?
What's that?
It's so we spawn in a bunch of items that are flags, and you go around and you collect them.
Oh.
And then at the very end, so the flag adds 1 life to your counter
Whoa.
every time you pick one
Which
up.
characters?
So then it becomes a rush to pick the
Yeah.
flag. And the one rule is nobody's allowed to place on it, because that's cheap. And then at the very end, it switches stages to a small stage where we just duke it out, and then whoever has the most kills and lives at the end wins.
Whoa.
Do you do this manually?
I have it set up. I
That's
have a safe rule. You want to try it?
crazy. Let's do it.
Try
Let's do it, Mama.
You need to say your pet peeve, Missy.
Is it okay if mine's like less writing related?
Oh.
Kirby with legs.
Oh.
I like Leedle.
Trumpet Patrick.
I don't remember downloading half of these. Let's see. Where is Pipe Pathway? I don't think that was mine.
DVD logo.
Oh, you know what?
Hilarious.
We'll do. I think the one I usually do is like.
Hyrule Castle's pretty big. Or are you not looking for big?
No, Hyrule Castle is actually perfect. I'm looking for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Isn't it towards the bottom?
I think it's here. Here it is. No.
No,
Wait. I don't want that version.
Wait.
Abort. Oh, I think I actually need to go back one more because I got to change the rules too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Flag. I think that's the one.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, flag. Yeah, 5 minutes. First to win. Okay. Select stage 1, which is going to be temple, regular temple. And then 2 is something smaller, but not too small, like Corneria.
Oh,
Honoria. Okay, and Sonic is not allowed.
Is it because he's so speedy?
It's because he's
Yeah.
too speedy. Oh, you know what?
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, 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 faster.
You want to be who?
Good ride.
Do
Well, one
do
of
way.
them.
Excuse me. Do you know
Oh, what's
Dwayne?
your pet peeve?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Could mine be more like on a reader perspective?
Yeah,
In
fine.
terms of, like,
100%.
consuming
Sure, Harem.
stories? Oh, that's so true, huh? Wow, look
Because
at
that is part of
Look at
writing.
ass.
Holy
That's not
That juice.
Did you forget to turn items on?
No, they should spawn in a second. I found one.
Oh.
Leave me alone.
What do they look
Wait.
like? Hey.
Oh.
No, leave me alone.
Ah.
You lost it.
Oopsies. Wait, can you like get it out of people's?
Stop reading me.
Yeah, so you can punch them and it'll like.
Oh,
another.
I see.
So you kind of gotta.
Does it only do one?
No, there's gonna be times where there's like a bunch of them.
Oh, okay. So like,
No.
who am I?
No! No!
What the?
I'm so sorry.
I got it.
No!
Wait, how do you pick it up? How do you pick it up?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can't get up this ledge here. There we go.
Hooray.
No,
Wait. Okay, that's
Spooch is getting one.
No!
no.
No!
Dang it.
No! 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 Down!
No! How did that happen? Oh,
Wow,
thank
this is
God
like,
dang it.
Oh,
hey,
Grandma.
yeah.
Oh,
Nate? I
goodbye.
just want to talk. Nate, I just want to talk. I just want to talk, Nate. No! No! Yeah, yeah.
Lars, would you
Yeah.
get there? Spit it out, Lars.
Yeah, you did make it. Yeah, I lost it already.
Yes. Come on.
No.
Wait, do you absorb them?
No.
How do you?
So at
do
the
it?
end,
How
whoever
do
has
you-
the most lives,
Okay, but how do you absorb it?
you,
It's a hold.
you press enter.
Ah!
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, Red.
No! No! Why, Wolf? Why?
My precious.
Ooh.
Ah!
Nate and I duking it out.
I don't know.
Ow! Hey, that's rude. That's rude.
Well, and you can also win by killing people. That will also give you points.
Oh, really?
I actually won one time because I just kept everybody else from getting one,
Ah!
and I won by killing more people.
There we go.
No! Son of a.
what the heck?
Oh, Dad.
Where am I?
I don't know. Come on.
Oh, here comes the.
Oh!
Oh,
Ah, no.
Yes.
Son of a.
Hey,
Whoa.
can I have that?
No.
No.
Come on. Yeah.
Like, why does it take so long to absorb?
Well, that's the point.
I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of that.
Ah!
Oh,
Where am I?
did I die? Oh, shoot. I was.
No, but.
Oh.
You son of a gun.
No. Yes.
Ah!
Ah, no.
Keep him out of Spooshy's head.
No.
Yes. No.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Don't touch me.
Where am I? Where'd I go? I fell off.
Gosh, that takes.
Ah!
Oh!
Oh, dang it. I did not hold on to this thing
Hey.
for anything.
Ah!
No, for
Wolf
real.
was not the right character
Got
for this.
deleted.
Oh,
Oh, so many lives lost. So many lives lost.
how, bro?
Oh, Mamma Mia! Was that me? That was me.
Don't touch me.
Leave me alone. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I think.
There we go.
You know what? You can.
Oh,
Never mind. Nate doesn't know.
As long as Spoosh doesn't have it.
because.
Because your mom will let me.
Because.
Oh,
They got the gardener.
No.
Ah!
quit
No! You got shit.
it. We're just all fighting over this. Get your own, would you?
Ah!
Gun. I can't.
No!
I'm busy.
Come on.
Oh,
No, I'm still alive. All right.
How did you win?
I got 11.
I got 7.
Oh my gosh.
No, you got -1.
oh, okay.
I got 1 flag. Woo!
Oh.
That was crazy. All right, I'm gonna catch a one shot.
Yeah. Let's get it.
We need to hear you still.
Oh yeah.
You first.
Wait. who-
You first.
For what?
You
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
do the last pet peeves, and how about we close out the chat?
Sounds
Is
good?
that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And then we can wrap it up. Okay. My hot take is a nuanced hot take.
Mhm.
Oh.
I don't think book talk is inherently bad.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Okay,
I say
go
that because just like anything with the trends
Mhm.
that we were talking about and whatnot and so forth, there's a lot of like overconsumption with book talk. There's a lot
Yeah.
of like trends and books that obviously needed to be edited before they go out, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But there is so many layers to book talk that get swept under the rug and don't get their like spot in the limelight. Like there are incredible authors out there that just kind of get looked over because they're not doing, kind of going back to Scott's point, like because they're not just following these trends, they don't
Yeah.
hit that viral algorithm type of thing, but like there's so many pockets of book talk that are so overlooked.
Yeah.
And it is truly like it's a great, more so than YouTube, it's a great way to build a community when you're wanting to try and get your book out there and connect with readers and other writers. And like I know that we should talk about book talk a lot, but like it just like anything on the internet, I think it has its good and bad, but I do think the goods of it do get overlooked. That's my hot take.
Okay, I like that. Yeah. Well, and I feel like whatever gets some more people into reading is just inherently good.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, could we be reading better books than books like Powerless? Absolutely.
Yeah, but if that's their prerogative, then that's their prerogative.
Sure. Yeah, but like you shouldn't use Powerless as the shining example of like higher level writing. You know, like if you're wanting to write, if you're wanting to find an example of a well-written novel, you oftentimes will have a harder time finding those books in the trendy book talk category.
And
they exist, but
I don't disagree, but also like at the end of the day, people do have different tastes, and it's very subjective. You know, it's like there are a lot of things that are very popular that I wouldn't read, but that's what people enjoy, and that, and at the end of the day, it's like awesome, you're reading, you know, and you're connecting with other readers.
Yeah.
And
well, and it goes back to what we were talking about the other day, where it's like I've come to the realization that every book is inherently flawed. Every book has their issues. And it really just comes down to what issues bother you and what issues you can overlook, right? Where it's like, for me, as an example, like if I was just thinking about Tears of the Kingdom, right? I can look at Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and say, yeah, I see these are issues, but they do not distract from the story or from the game itself.
Well, see, and that's,
you know,
that's the thing. It's
but
like,
for some it does, and that's okay too.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like with, I think when you are looking at it through the lens of writers, you know, it's like we all tend to consume media through a very critical, analytical lens.
Yeah.
But not everyone does, you know? It's
exactly.
Like, so there are obviously like Powerless is popular for a reason. There are people who enjoy that, and they enjoy it for other reasons that you hate it, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the complicated, like, that's just how the cookie crumbles, you know?
Yeah, there's only a handful of books out there, well, at least as far as like the mainstream goes, that you can genuinely point to and say, that was a bad book. 50 Shades of Grey being one of them.
That being said, people love that book.
People still love it. That does not take away from the fact that it's really badly written.
Yeah. Most people will agree it's badly written, but that doesn't distract from the enjoyment of the story.
Wait,
you know?
wait. Are we still doing the
flags?
Yeah, we're still doing flags.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, my bad.
Please.
I'll leave you be for that one.
Not that one.
You got your one free game.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh, you're not going
if I can have
it's okay. You can also win by staying alive too.
I might need to because I got a big old dumpy over here.
Big old dumpy truck. So you can get points by staying alive, by killing, or by collecting flags. Those are the three ways you get points.
Unless you're me.
Gotcha.
Technically, if you die, you lose points.
Look how slow I am. I'm coming. Big country.
Get him! Get him! Ah. Somebody's. I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm the warden today.
Leave me alone.
Who's got one? Chin Chin Maru's over there just looking.
One.
No, I don't.
I'm just looking cute.
Nah, I'm just here to get lost.
Warden Chic is coming. Get out of my way! I'm faster than you. Get out of my way! I'm faster than you.
Oh, hello.
You son of a.
Oh. Little Chin Chin Maru.
Fuck, you can have it. Leave me alone.
I can swaddle.
You do. I just want you waddle across the stage.
Scott's over there just being as quiet as possible.
Sorry
to try
for
and
what I
not.
said. In the heat of passion.
There's another point I was gonna make.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Get him! Get him! What was the other point? There was another point I was gonna make about this, right? Is that shoot, now I can't remember.
Because we're all playing this game.
They were playing this
That's
game.
part of
that was
why I
stressful.
was selecting a character, because we were all talking.
Yes,
You're
yes,
doing
yes.
great, sweaty.
I'm not.
No, I signed out Nate trying to remember.
Yeah, it was okay. Let's see. We talked about issues or like
Why'd I do that?
I don't remember. Maybe I already said it. Maybe that's why I don't
You
remember.
did, yeah.
Oh, why you beating me up?
Because I'm your
He's
warden.
just a baby. He's
Charles, it's going for one.
I'm just a boy.
No, he's not.
Oh shoot! Now it's
Oh,
okay.
no.
Okay.
Oh,
All
wow.
of us just died. That was cool.
That was unexpected.
Very chill.
Very chill. Very mindful.
Very whatever. It's fine.
Very demure.
Oh,
Um,
my goodness.
Yeah.
No! Why didn't you just let me have it?
Why don't you let me die?
Why don't you let me die?
The grass is touching me inappropriately.
Oh, I died.
Oh, that's just rude. That's rude. That's
I'm the
rude.
warden.
Oh.
Your butt made me go out of getting this.
That's so many flags we just can't grab.
Oh, dear. He's a man with a medical degree.
He's a man with medical. No, Nate.
I don't even want them. I'm just throwing them. I use them as bait to bring them
Someone
closer.
help him. He's a man with a medical degree.
Okay.
Ah!
Rude. Kind of rude. That's pretty rude.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god.
Nope, nope.
Oh, word.
Where am I? Where am I?
Ah! No! Delay! The delayed command!
No! Get out of here! Get out. Being rude. Look, Lars, we can cut to.
Ah! What kind of arrangement?
Look,
Ouch.
they were putting that by us. I was gonna be chilled out. Oh, well, if you were gonna be chilled on it.
No.
Ah!
I'm so sorry. Oh, there were two.
Yeah!
There's like 4 now.
We could each have one if we were just
Chill.
having money about it.
I would never.
Oh,
Not me. Definitely not me.
okay. Your mother.
Yeah, but
Your mom's a hoe.
no.
I'm just throwing them off the edge now.
Stop it. Stay with a flag. I'm just sitting in a flag.
Excuse me?
I didn't. I said it with a W.
Uh-huh.
I got even less flags that time
Oh my
around.
gosh.
What?
That freebie I gave her at the
Hey,
beginning.
I was second. Let's go.
No, that King BB is my boy.
All right. Should we finish up with the comments?
Yeah. And then tell us your favorite thing.
Oh, I'm a slut for a one bed trope.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I might have to have a little bit of
Yeah, you know that.
background.
Yeah. Oh, like the one, like the two characters, they go to an inn and there happens to only be one
There's
bed,
no
so they have to share it. Love that. shit.
Interesting.
Yeah. I have that in my 5th book.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
we're really behind on chat.
Guilty pleasure.
Okay, yeah. Catch us up on chat.
Okay. Favorite depiction. Holy cow. Favorite depiction of social media / actors' problems and stories, and talking about changing who you are, doing things you do not like for making your fans happy. And Zark is a great depiction. Oh,
So-
I see what you're
What's
saying.
Zark?
That's a character from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay.
So one of my favorite stories involving that is a manga called The Concierge is Kind of Scary, which is about this this idol online who the only way she's able to interact with people is that she can disassociate by being an online personality. The moment she tries to communicate with them face to face, she breaks down.
Wait, what's it called?
The Concierge is Kind of Scary. And so
Sorry, everybody got disconnected.
Oh no, you're fine. This is good.
I'm
This
gonna
is
sit
good.
out so we
Should we?
Gotcha.
Yeah, should we just stay out then?
Yeah.
So in that story, she does want to actually communicate with other people. One of the ways that she does that is by having people bring food to it. So she basically hires Uber Eats people to come on over. And there's one guy in particular who actually, like, he recognizes her voice, and so he strikes up a conversation, and they just slowly start growing a friendship. And it's just it's a story. It's wholesome, and it's one where the story feels like it's set up to be like, yes, ship them, but it's such a slow burn because it's like, no, this girl's got a real issue.
Yeah.
And just simply because she's got butterflies in her stomach does not make it better.
Yeah.
And so I really like that because it's a pretty realistic take on it.
Interesting. I like that. I always struggle with questions like that because when they're open ended, because everything I've ever watched or read just is no longer in my brain.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
next
don't
one.
have an answer to that.
Well, what was the question once again?
It was basically like, here, I just reread it. Favorite depiction of a social media / actor's problem in stories, and changing who you are or doing things you do not like to make your fans happy.
So like pandering?
Yeah.
Favorite example of a character pandering, or favorite example
It
of?
says social media / actor. So it could be a character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of one.
Voltron's mine.
Okay.
Moving on.
Next.
Anybody play Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh?
We did talk about Magic earlier. We got Scoot and Spence who play.
Too much.
Like a bunch of nerds.
Bunch of noise.
Bunch of
And I'm a little broke because of the new set.
Yeah.
I'm kind of salty about that.
Somebody said I did good as Piranha Plant.
Good job.
Yes. That was awesome.
Somebody also did say, well, when we were talking about book talk, if people are getting into reading, all the more power to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I may not agree with what they read or like it, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind of not the point.
Also, Ars said, thank you for defending Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes, I will defend that game. I'll defend any Zelda game. I think they're all spectacular, even the ones that most people hate, except for the CDI games. Those are awful.
Okay, so not every game.
Yeah, but those are not canon.
Oh, so
Matter loud, in that game mode, Sonic is banned for that exact reason.
yep.
Yeah.
And I believe that's it.
Nice.
Nice.
Well, that was fun.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
we want to wrap it up then?
Yeah.
think so.
Anything we want to add before we close off?
Thank you, everyone, for being here and
Oh,
enjoying our shenanigans.
One quick thing. So only 2 people have so far replied to the challenge on both Discord and on YouTube to try to figure out which chapter of Whitefire was written by AI and which one was written by me. Now, here's the thing: you're not looking for the better written one. Remember, AI will beat me in terms of
In
grammar.
technical writing.
Right.
Yeah, every day of
Not
the
in
week.
terms of soul.
Yeah, we're looking to see if you can recognize the soul of the author. Which one feels like it was written with actual intent.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting to see what responses we've so far gotten. Granted, it's only been 2, but those 2 have been enlightening.
I was going to read that tonight.
We've had some conversations. So what we're going to do here as a harem is we're going to do our side of this, where everyone else already knows which one is AI and which one was written by me, and they're going to be grilling me based on what the AI wrote, which I have not read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what AI wrote. I am going to be absolutely flummoxed, and we're then going to compare that to what you guys have determined, and we'll bring all of this data together to basically judge where authors fits and where our work fits, basically in a world where AI is just now so commonplace, and you can't get rid of it. It's out there. best thing we can do is just acknowledge it, use it where appropriate, but also definitely support the people who are doing their best to actually improve their skills and not hide behind a machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Now, and that being said, another part of that conversation is talking about how we can slot the AI to empower our writing. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, so
Well,
that
we kind of already mentioned it, but
yeah, so that'll be some that, and that's an important discussion to have definitely in the future, especially after people trying to judge, like, can you even tell what's AI and what's human anymore? But that's the big thing right there. Also, no, I can't say definitively when I'll be able to do this. If it'll be next week or the week after, because my cover artist had his computer wiped out by a virus.
No.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to hear back from him if he got that taken care of. But for a live stream in the near future, hopefully, we want to show you what it's like to publish with Amazon, because I've talked about it, and I actually want to show you guys what it looks like when you publish with Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see how easy it is, and you'll also see how frustrating it is at the same time.
Lovely.
So you guys can then see that side of self-publishing.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, I remember we were talking in the Discord about that. I think that'll be helpful.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
All right.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Honor
I think
even.
that's it. Don't pull out my leg.
Even.
Honor even.
Did you get any?
No, let me try
Are you
again.
ready to make a polyjuice potion?
You said even.
Even. Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one. Let's see what we got.
He just yanked my leg hairs out in case anybody was wondering.
For the viewers at home.
Got two of them.
All right, break up.
I shaved today.
You can do
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Hold on.
Well, so with
do this.
we'll do this after. So, with all that being said, everyone, thank you so much for being here with us for our 10-year anniversary.
So wild.
Yeah, this is wild. It's been crazy. It's been a great venture. We're looking to so many more years ahead.
That's
We're in
right.
5th grade.
Thank you so much.
Wow, we're 10.
We're 10.
Yeah.
10.
We didn't really talk about the story of how it came together.
That's not the point.
But anyway, if you ever want it, you can always ask, and we'll tell you.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks for coming, for participating, and for those listening in the future, welcome to the past.
Wow.
It sucks just as much.
The future is in the past. Onwards, Aoshima!
You kick my snowball.
I get the ball. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so without further ado, everyone, we'll see you in the next video, and until then, choose.
Now it's the awkward moment where we have to go now end the stream after we've said that
Yeah.
the stream is over.
The stream's over there.
Bye, Lars.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
We're just gonna keep saying bye.